Hey guys, I thought I'd bring you back into the greenhouse today and show you our tomato plant that I've had in here since about September, I think it was that I put it in here. I'll have to check on those files to figure out that. But it has reshooted, so I'm going to show you guys some of the new growth it's got on it. I thought it was dead, honestly, for a while, and I just kind of left it sitting there thinking, it's probably not doing anything, and then all and behold, it's got shoots. So let me show you guys what this looks like. So here's our tomato. It, surprisingly, is doing beautifully, and it has some new growth on it. It has one sucker here, and then way at the bottom we got another sucker right here. Alright, now that I've shown you guys the tomato, let me show you guys some of our plants over here that are growing really well. So we have here our silvery fir tree tomato from M.I. Gardener is starting to grow. And then our Cherokee purple are just starting to pop up right there. And then if you notice, our kale and Swiss chard is going crazy. It's almost time to thin these guys out. Actually I waited a little too long before I thinned them, so I'm gonna have to really thin these guys. But that's okay. And then we've got our broccoli, and my tag has gone somewhere. I'm thinking it's down on the ground since there's holes in this shelf. But my broccoli is looking a little leggy. But other than that, it's doing pretty well. Only a few of them have germinated. And then under this is the plants we just planted the seeds today for these guys. So under the tarp, or the plastic I should say, we have several different plants that we planted today. All of them are M.I. Gardener variety. This is my first season using M.I. Gardener seeds. Normally I use either just kind of whatever I can get from the store, or years past I used Gurneys. So I'm trying something new this year, and I can't wait to see how it goes. So here's our plants under the tarp, or why do I keep saying tarp? It's a plastic. This is to keep these little guys warm. These are 3 different types of basil. We have lime basil, dark basil, and Italian basil. And then we also have some of our loafa gourds. We planted those. So we can't wait to see when they pop up. It'll probably be another week or so before these guys pop because we just planted them. But that's our next spot here. But that's just about it for the garden, or for the greenhouse. I haven't planted anything else yet. The only other thing I really have in here is the carrots in the hydroponic system, and they're doing really well. They are not really that orange, but the kids are having fun with them. Both the boys really like to come out here and check out all the roots and see how they grow, versus them in the ground where they can't pull them up yet until I say they're ready. So they're really enjoying being able to pull the piece up and see all the growth that happens underneath. So here's the carrot, and as you can tell, the leaves are doing beautifully. There's actually more than one here, if you notice. There's 2, maybe, looks like just 2. There was a third one, and it wasn't doing very well, so I pulled it. So we've got 2 good ones. And here is the carrots. This one is kind of making a little bit of a double. If you noticed here, It's got a little bit of a second piece, but this one goes way down. And I noticed the other day it keeps going, and you can follow it for a little ways down here into the water. There's so many roots from all the other plants that it's kind of hard to see it, but when you start playing and moving some of these, you can really find where that carrot kind of falls through. None of these may be edible, just because I didn't have the right nutrients in the water, but they're just a fun experiment for the boys. But yeah, the roots on them are pretty cool. And then you see all the residual roots from all my other plants that I haven't taken out yet. These were all from the cucumbers. If you guys saw an earlier video, it showed all my cucumbers that were in here, and that cold snap kind of destroyed them. Didn't have enough heat distribution in here because there's no heater in here. This is all just unheated. I did put some bubble wrap up to keep some from insulation, but there's not enough to keep the, as you can see, some of it's already falling because the stuff that I put it up with has gotten wet, so I'll have to redo that. But yeah, here's the greenhouse tour, and till next time when I get the rest of it. Oh, I forgot, I have a buckeye tree in here that I have kind of just thrown in here during one of the times that I transplanted some stuff from moving a porch around. So I'll show you guys that. It's just kind of sitting in a bucket. So I'm actually surprised it's even doing as well as it is, just because I just threw it on top of the dirt and just left it there. But it's actually starting to bud out. So I'm going to have to find a spot this spring. Probably before spring, I'm going to try to find a spot within the next month and get it planted so that way it has time to grow. But here is our buckeye. As you can see, it's just kind of tossed in a bucket, the poor plant. But it's doing surprisingly well. It's got several new growths on it, several buds. So I can't wait to, hopefully it keeps doing well and gets me some flowers this spring, because hummingbirds love this plant, and I'm hoping we get enough of them to at least get some hummingbirds to come by. But yeah, that's it for now, and I'll be signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios.